especially on the offensive end. By the way, the Lakers are 15 over 500. 15 games over 500, that ties their high water mark. Nate McMillan, Mr. Sonic, on the other bench.
You talked about the Hawks being 7 straight wins. Does that not coincide a little bit with Nate taking over as the head man?
It coincides exactly with it. Here is LeBron. Tough little fall away, but it's nothing but net. Nate McMillan, 5 years with the Sonics, Stu 7 with the Blazers, 4 with the Pacers, and here he is taking over. And Lloyd Pierce was let go.
Nate McMillan's always been a guy that I thought was very, very talented on the bench.
On February the 28th, they were 14-20. All of a sudden, they have the best winning streak, but it's against teams that are sub 500. Only one team in that 7-game winning streak is over 500, but you just got to play who's on the schedule, and they are getting it done. Here's Markieff with the left hand to score out the window.
Boy, over the shot blocker, Capella, great usage of the offhand.
Trae Young now to the rolling Collins to score. John Collins on February 1st against the Lakers, he had 22 points, 7 rebounds in 35 minutes. That was a 107-99 Laker win in Atlanta. It's the second and final meeting between the two. LeBron quickly, the bounce, Jones, he can't throw it down. That won't count as a field goal attempt because he got fouled.
Well, he did get fouled, but I'm surprised he still missed the dunk. He had it in both hands and just couldn't convert it. Get another look at Markieff throw it up with the left hand. Great usage of the body, keeping the defender away, and then using the offhand.
Nice little bounce there by LeBron. Talk again about sharing the basketball, Stu, and all the assists the Lakers have been piling up the last week.
Well, they've always been a team that, shares the basketball, but recently they're really doing a better job, or a good job, of moving bodies and the ball's moving, and they're making shots, and that's why the assists have been going up so much.
Dame Jones at 14 games this season with Phoenix, and we will see Phoenix tomorrow night. It's the front end of a back-to-back for the Lakers. And they have moved in front of the Suns. 2 big steps by Collins. The soft touch is good.
Yeah, Lakers switched on that play, and John Collins took advantage of his height over Schroeder.
He had 19 points in their last game, although his numbers have been down the last 5. Little inside out. LeBron to Markieff. In and out. Hard break. Rebound to Capella, who's a great offensive rebounder, too. There's that long jumper by Young.
Foul on Capella over the back of Damian Jones.
You know what's surprising about Trae Young? He's only the 40th when you look at made threes this year. He's number 40. I mean, he's got that distance, he's got that ability, but he just doesn't have a whole lot of them this year compared to some of the others.
Teams are really doing a better job of blitzing him on certain screens and making him become more of a playmaker, and he's obliged him. He's willing to give up the basketball.
Stu, 2 fouls on Capella here in the first couple of minutes. He's got to sit for the time being. And again, no DeAndre Hunter. No Chris Dunn. Although he's very close. And Cam Reddish is also on the injured list. LeBron, little change of pace. He misses with the left hand. Rebound. And on the attack, here they come. It's Trae Young. He'll go inside out. Into the game is Nathan Knight. He doesn't play a ton. And it's taken by Markieff.
Bad decision by Trae Young.
Trae Young, 3rd in the league in most turnovers. Schroeder can't hit. Rebound Collins.
I was going to ask you before the game, how many minutes in would it be before KCP got a shot attempt?
Or even touches it on the offensive end?
Well, he's already touched it.
Rebound taken by Damian Jones.
Good defense by Damian. Made him alter the shot and then got the defensive board.
We're in the Sunday Whites on a Saturday. LeBron gets fouled before the block by Knight.
All starts with the defense. As Herter thought he was open in the middle, which he was, but had his shot altered and then missed and rebounded by Damian.
Tied at 8 early as LeBron goes to the free throw line. Had those 37 points following consecutive triple-doubles. Hey, while we have a moment, here's a quick word from Jug in the Box.
The Triple Bonus Jack combo is back for $5.99.
Like and subscribe, people.
Jack?
Back on February the 1st in the win at Atlanta. LBJ had 21 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists in 38 minutes, but it was at the end of the game when he scored 9 in the fourth quarter to help the Lakers beat the Hawks down south. Herter. Long distance on its way. Nothing but net. The splash from Herter. And you said it, Stu.
It's a bad sign right there. Him making that shot with a contested three-pointer.
He's made multiple threes in 6 straight. Schroeder in trouble, then throws it away. Snell controlled it, gives it to Herter. 7.5 to play, first quarter. Hawks, the start of a 13-day, 8-game trip. And 6 of those teams right now are over 500. We're going to find out if they are for real. Herter got 2 in a row.
Bad sign for the Lakers, him making shots to start the game. Boy, his confidence is pretty high always, but boy, when he makes his first couple, it grows and grows. Lakers down by 4.
Laker fans, today marks the first return to Staples Center for 2020 NBA World Champion Rajon Rondo. Please turn your attention now to the video board for a special tribute.
Here's a steal by Rondo. Off the steal, Rondo, nice play, takes it away from Harden, lays it up and in.
And they double team Harden and get a steal and another Rondo bucket.
Rondo is right there. Denver 103, Lakers 102. Rondo brings in Anthony Davis, 3 for the win. He got it! Stolen by Rondo. Heads up play from Rajon Rondo. Shot clock at 4. Davis a flurry of moves. Rondo got to pull one up. And Rondo for 3. Big shot for Rajon Rondo.
World champion Lakers
Rondo
basketball
is real
brought to you by
and he's
Nissan.
spectacular.
Catch the thrill of the drive Nissan sales event now. Make contact with your local Nissan store today.
And now, let's all
And
welcome
by
back the
Rondo
final
Casino
member of the
Resort
2020 NBA World Champion Los Angeles Lakers,
Casino Resort.
Rajon Rondo.
Good times. Well, no fans here in the building, but the organization, the Lakers, honoring Rajon Rondo.
Laker fans, today marks the first return to Staples Center for 2020 NBA World Champion Rajon Rondo. Please turn your attention now to the video board for a special tribute.
So congratulations to Rajon. What a huge part. Bubble Rondo was unstoppable last year. 2 years in a Laker uniform. Rajon Rondo, forever an NBA World Champion for the purple and gold.
What an asset for the Hawks. I mean, he's like having another coach on the floor.
Look at this passing interior, too, as Snell finds Collins, as Trae Young started it on top. 15-10 Hawks. Lakers now in the attacking zone. Caldwell Pope. Again, when will he shoot his first shot? When will it be, Stu? How long?
It'll be in the next couple of minutes.
All right, here's Schroeder. Had a nice game, 7 more assists the other night. In fact, 3 games with 7 assists in succession. Trae Young ahead. Oh, there's Schroeder. Got back defensively to knock it away before Herter could control it. And there is Rajon. Only the second player in history to wear the purple and gold and the green and win a title with each.
He and Clyde Novelli. Schroeder goes out, and in comes Caruso.
Rondo, one of those veterans, including Gallinari and Bogdanovich, that have really blended in wonderfully with the youngsters for Atlanta. Knight kicks it out to Collins, on its way for 3. Long shot, long rebound, and it's Jones who's got it. The Caruso with the basketball. Didn't shoot it the other night very well in his return after 2 games in the concussion protocol. He did have a couple of steals, though, but was just 1 for 7 from the floor. LeBron, he double up, and who's wide open? Markieff. Can't hit. Rebound to Collins. They clear the glass again. And Herter, who's already hit a couple of threes, has control of it. KCP, he gets a hand on it, taken away by Caruso. The bounce to Caldwell Pope. There's the attempt. He can't finish. Neither can Caruso.
Pretty good defensive play there as they rejected the shot by KCP. When I say rejected, they got a piece of it.
The Lakers on a drought that's nearly 5 minutes now. They have not hit a three. They're 0 for 4 from long distance, only have 10 points right now on the board. We've got 5:17 remaining here in the quarter. Going to be illegal defense.
Yeah, illegal. And Markieff got it. They really loaded up. It was funny how normally they do that with LeBron, but this time they loaded up with Markieff and get caught for the illegal D as Nate McMillan looks on from the side.
Well, we're talking about only 10 points for the Lakers. Their defense is on the upswing. 4th best defensive efficiency in the month of March. Last month they were 27th. So they are definitely playing well. And, the Lakers have averaged 127 over their last 3 games. Stu, here comes the bench.
Yeah, and the bench is going to be key tonight, especially with Gallinari coming in for the Hawks along with Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich didn't play against the Lakers in the first meeting. This is another one of those guys that's very good with the basketball.
You know him. You remember him, Laker fans. A couple of years back, he hit the game winner over Tyson Chandler in Sacramento at the buzzer to win it. If Gallinari is healthy, he's always dangerous. There is Gallo, who was born on 8/8/88. That's why he's always worn the number 8 on his jersey. Under 5 minutes to go. Oh, they gave him the baseline. He took it. He threw it up and missed, but the offensive rebound by Collins is good.
They're getting on the inside pretty easily now, and especially when they get that switch. And that time, Gallinari had a smaller defender. That's what freed up Collins to go to the glass.
Schroeder, the quickness to get around Gallinari, and he does the score.
Gallinari's never been one to have the quick feet defensively. His assets are on this end of the floor.
He's 6'10", but he's not a rim protector in any stretch. Drive and kick. 3 on the way, and they knock down another one from beyond the arc. That's their 3rd 3.
3 out of 5 from three-point land for the Hawks. The Lakers are looking to scratch for the first time.
Fairfax High School, Solomon Hill, and the University of Arizona.
Another turnover.
3. Now for the Lakers, that's their 4th. The early game not sitting well for the Lakers right now. Rebound weak side, Caldwell Pope, 21-13. Schroeder will direct traffic. He's got Bogdanovich in front of him. Schroeder stays with it and scores over Gallinari again.
Well, Gallinari blocked the first attempt, but it went right back to Dennis, and Dennis laid it up and laid it in.
I think he heard me when I said he wasn't a rim protector. He wanted to get that block in. Here is Hill going to give it right back to Trae Young. The roll for Gallo and the foul by Caruso.
Break down defensively. Nobody was talking. That's what freed up Gallinari. Another look at Schroeder going around Gallinari and getting the shot blocked, but it went right back to him, and he says, here, Gally, get a second one. No luck.
Now, this Atlanta team, the 3rd best team at getting to the free throw line. Not in the last 2 games, but for the season, yeah. But the Lakers are the 6th best keeping team.
Yeah.
He wanted to get that block in. Here is Ilgino. Now, this Atlanta team, the 3rd best team at getting to the free throw line. Not in the last 2 games, but for the season, yeah. But the Lakers are the 6th best keeping teams off of the line. All right, Laker fans, as soon as we can stop COVID-19, you can get back here at Staples Center. So do your part. You know what to do. Wear a mask. Do whatever you need to do. For more info, visit Lakers.com/mask.
Gallinari knocks down a pair. He's always been a real good free throw shooter.
And he is still 4th best in the NBA. Schroeder, he's going to the rim again, being aggressive, but not able to finish. A little bit too strong off the rim, and Atlanta's going to bring it right back the other way. Lob under. It just missed the connection as it hit off the rim first. They were trying to find Agwangu, who went to USC, and also Chino Hills High School, where he won 3 state titles.
And checking in, Rajon Rondo.
Rajon, who has led the NBA 3 separate times in the assist department. Hill, distance. He's looking for his second 3. That one went in and out. Wes Matthews in the game. He's hit a 3 now and 3 straight. Montrez sets the pick. Schroeder leans in. He's going to get that whistle.
Just so hard for bigs not to bite on the up fake. And so when we come back, it'll be Schroeder going to the line. I believe he'll be shooting 3 with the Lakers down by 8.
No, neither team shooting particularly well. The 15, a little less than 3 to go here in the first quarter. And Nerd Wallet brings us making moves. Now, the deadline is the 25th of this month, but some names have already exchanged teams. And P.J. Tucker, the big name in that first one on March 19th. And Torrey Craig, a good defensive player, went to the Bucks. Or the Suns acquire, rather. And then the Heat acquired Trevor Ariza. And Myers Leonard, who is on suspension, was involved in that deal. Schroeder to the line for the Lakers. Now 14-8 at home. They've won 5 out of 6 here at Staples Center. And that one loss in the 6 games here was to the Suns, who they played on. Now, let's step onto the court with the Oculus front row view.
Dennis knocks down the first. Here's the second. Roll down. Look at Trez battling in the grass. Trying to get another opportunity.
Trez trying to keep it light. On this end, he took a charge last game, so did Alex. Alex makes his way to the floor like he normally does. At some point, it's going to be an offensive foul, illegal pick.
Only because Caruso tried to fight through that screen and ran. He got knocked off balance. If he dies on that and just lays on the screen, the call's never made.
Lakers have Schroeder, Matthews, Harold, Kuzma, and Caruso. Schroeder, the only starter on the floor. Has played together quite a bit recently. Harold backing in on Gallinari. Can't. Now it's over to Schroeder. Dangerous pass. Open man is Matthews. Taken immediately, and he knocks it down. Yes, sir.
Well, there's only 3 on the shot clock, and he's a good catch and shoot guy, so he worked it perfectly.
First made 3 of the afternoon for the Lakers. They're 1 for 5. Overall, they're just 33%. Gallinari can't hit. Knocked by Schroeder to his teammate Caruso. Lakers down by 4. Now 2 minutes to play. Turnover number 5 for the Lakers.
Yeah, he picked up his dribble ready to make a pass into the painted area, but nobody was looking. And shuffled the feet. There's another look at Wesley Matthews knocking down the three-pointer. A big basket for the Lakers. They had struggled. That's 1 out of 5 from that distance now.
Yeah, well, he's now made a 3 in 4 straight games after going 5 without making one. Rajon with control of the basketball. Leaves it for Gallinari. So the veterans are in off the bench. Gallinari, Rondo, and Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic trying to get to the basket. Out for Solomon Hill. He's a veteran also. Bogdanovic looks into the key, throws it up with the left hand, and a rebound by LeBron, and getting knocked down was Okongwu. That's going to be a foul on the Lakers.
Yeah, in transition, they catch Montrez for off the ball foul there as they were trying to change ends in transition. Rebound, and you see Montrez with the shove. They were locked up, and easy call for the official.
Bogdanovic, that is pure from the free throw line. What a shooter he is.
I'm surprised they don't use him more, though. Bogdanovic, I'm talking about in pick and rolls. He is really good in pick and rolls.
Yeah, they are 7-0 since he came back from injury, coinciding with Nate McMillan taking over. 2 in a row for Wes Matthews.
Good spot up, and LeBron drive and kick.
Now that's a good sign, too. Multiple threes now for Matthews. Been a long time coming, which he's had more than 1 in a game. Under a minute to play here in the quarter. And a rebound to Montrez. Lakers' biggest deficit was 8. Quickly to Matthews. How hot is he? He checked. Yes, sir. He's got it.
I'd say he's real hot. He was in transition in the wing. He had a lane for a layup. He dribbled straight to the corner for the three-pointer.
Boy, the support from his teammates. You saw the bench explode, and all of a sudden we are knotted up at 25. Okongwu, the youngest player on his roster, went to USC. That's knocked out of bounds.
Another look at that last basket by West. Look at it. He has a lane, but he dribbles to the corner. He says, I know where my bread is buttered, and he gets the three-pointer to drop. 3 consecutive hoops from that distance.
Do the math, 9 points. He's the leading scorer for the Lakers. Leading scorer in the game is Collins. Solomon Hill lets fly. Okongwu has the rebound. Rajon with 10 on the shot clock. It's about 8 ahead of the game. Here towards the tail end of quarter number 1. Gallinari looks to get in there. He shoots a lot of free throws. It's out to Hill. He sets, he fires, he gets.
Good drive and kick by Gallinari. He absorbed the contact, no whistle, and made the play.
Lakers have time. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Schroeder opting for the last shot. High off the glass. It's going to miss, but that's the way we end the first 12 minutes.
Well, the first 12, after the Lakers fell behind by as many as 8, they closed and caught them at 25, but last basket by the Hawks give them the margin that they'll take into the second. They lead the Lakers 28-25.
We've seen how far this game can.
Mega Lab shout out. Epic Clips. Epic Clips is in the house. Yo. Mega Lab shout out to you. Epic Clips. 16 million viewers. Yeah.
World champion.
And 200 million viewers natin sa Facebook.
Big discount. Great insurance. And good afternoon again. 28-25. The matinee belongs to the Lakers here at Staples Center tonight. And the story of the first quarter, Wesley Matthews.
Yeah, Lakers had fallen behind by as many as 8. And Wesley started knocking down some threes. 3 consecutive baskets by him. And they caught it at 25, only to see another 3 go down by the Hawks for the margin to stand at.
Again, if you're just joining us, the Hawks looking for their 8th win in a row as Capella throws it up and misses. Tap once, twice, and he scores.
Good bounce by Capella. Missed the first one. Feet hit the floor, and he's right back up to the user's height advantage against Caruso.
He came back last game against OKC after missing a couple with a heel injury. Late. Highest winning streak this year is 7. On the road, 10 in a row to start the year. LeBron, easy does it as he kisses it off the glass.
Well, reading the whole way. Every time he moved over the floor, he was reading the defenders to see who was going to commit.
Again, the 18th season still getting to the basket, and that's Rondo around Montrezl Harrell.
Rondo still very clever with the basketball, especially in the painted area.
Played just amazing basketball in the bubble during the playoffs. One of the key components to the Lakers winning a title. LeBron, down he goes, and he grabs his ankle. LeBron with his right ankle, and he's hurting.
I thought it rolled up on or something because it was like a double team there. And when he went down to the floor to try to get the semi-loose ball, that's when he got the ankle injury. You can see how he's writhing in discomfort here. So we'll take a timeout and see the extent of it when we come back.
I spend my days making silly
Hit
noises.
Life
But when
at
it comes to
50.
car
Yeah,
insurance,
Mega Love
I
shout
don't
out.
mess
Hit
around.
Life
That's why I
at
switched to
50.
Mercury. I get great coverage, save a ton of money, and they've got a great new app. And I like that. Me too, buddy.
Hindi, dami pa lang tao dito.
We don't want to overhype the return of the Quesalupa's cheese stuffed
And
shell.
26 million viewers. Mega Love shout out. Sale. Get good, get good.
The Quesalupa from Taco Bell's back.
Mega Love shout out. Yo, is he injured?
Imagine yourself in
No
a new
way.
RAV4,
Joke.
Camry, or Tacoma.
Sweet.
Get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
JK.
Now save big on a new Camry Hybrid with $2,500 cash back. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, Hunter Ellis here for Night Hero Binoculars by Atomic Beam. These binoculars let you see anything, even in pitch black darkness. Gotcha. The secrets are powerful wide-angle atomic beam laser that reveals objects up to 150 yards away, hidden by darkness. During the day, Night Hero gives you 10 times magnification. And when the sun goes down, press the Night Bright button to see clearly in the dark. Light up garbage-eating critters or spot thieves before they even get close. Call or click now and get Night Hero binoculars for just $39.99. Order right now and you can double it. Plus, get our
best-selling atomic beam flashlight. Just
The Best Twist Heart, mega love shout out. The Best
This
Twist.
TV special offer is not available on Amazon. You can get it all, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-618-0765. That's 1-800-618-0765. Or visit bynighthero.com. That's bynighthero.com. Order now.
Mega love shout out 30 million viewers natin dyan sa ano, sa isang live
32 to
natin.
27. Everybody was
We have a
holding their
3
breath
live
like no during that
simultaneous.
break. That's the good news to see. He's going to try and play, and this is your spotlight, Stu.
Well, you can see he gets it rolled up on, and it's not your atypical type of spraying, because it's like an inversion where normally spraying you turn it the other way. He turned it in. Those are can be really painful. I'm very curious to see how he responds after he sits down for a while, and he's trying to stay on the floor right now.
And he's going to shoot from the corner. Got it! He stays in the game, and he drills a three. Now we'll see how he bounces around on defense. 32-30. Hawks on top of the Lakers.
It seems like as long as he can stay moving here, he'll stay as loose as possible. As soon as he sits and it stiffens up a bit, then you got the issues.
Gallinari over Harrell, the jump shot. The Rooster, Danilo Gallinari. I recall the 6th pick back in 2008 from the Knicks. Or for the Knicks, I should say. 34-30, Lakers are down. Going to get a whistle away from the basketball.
LeBron decided he can't go. I think he called the timeout himself. Here's another look at him making that three-pointer. You see he landed on 1 foot. You see he's walking to the locker room, not very happy right now as he's in some real discomfort with that ankle.
Yeah, knocked over that chair as he went by it, so furious that he has to leave the game and injured LeBron.
Well, just what the Lakers need, an injury, but they don't need an injury to that guy. We'll find out more when we come back.
Sick those beefy twins on this cheese hound. Big Mac, go play with your extra toy gun. The adults are getting needy.
Hurry to Carl's Jr. for the big Carl. Feed your happy.
Hey, man, what you got there? Hey, I switched to Spectrum Mobile, got a new phone. It's crazy. No contract, no added taxes, no hidden fees, nothing.
But it feels great to not have to hide stuff.
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty liberating.
I'm bald, Dave.
I haven't read any of the books in my house.
I didn't forget about your lawnmower. I broke it.
It's not even mine. I took it from Jake.
He's the worst.
It's better when you don't hide stuff. So Spectrum Mobile has no added taxes, no hidden fees, and no contracts. It's a better way to mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
If you rank 20 midsize SUVs by lowest maintenance cost, the Volkswagen Atlas and Atlas Crossport rank number 1 and number 2, beating Subaru, Toyota, and Honda. So really, the only thing better than a Volkswagen is a Volkswagen. Now's a smart time to get into a...
The huge news, obviously, LeBron James has left the floor. He's in the locker room. Take us through the sequence again.
Well, again, heel rolls up on his ankle. You can see how he inverted it, and those are really tender. Obviously, he tried to stay in the game, got up, the timeout was called, came back out on the floor, made the three-pointer, and then when he went down on defense, he realized, I can't do this. And he was not happy when he was walking to the locker room. It's very unfortunate.
You know, an interesting note, and it is very trivial because the most important thing is his health, but he did score 10 points. So that long double-digit streak for LeBron James, even if he doesn't come back, will remain intact. And Kuz hits the three out of the break, and it's 34-33, Lakers down by 1.
I would be very surprised, if he came back in this game.
Bogdanovich lets fly. Look at that soft touch. Settles in.
Even long deuce there.
Is that a 2? Okay,
Yeah.
2 from...
That's what they signaled.
Remember last game we had one that was turned back to a 3, but a long 2 that time for Bogdanovich.
Very surprised.
Matthews Splits a defense, lob under to Montrez, but he was covered. It'll be taken out by Rajon. Runs into his former teammate Caruso, who fouls him in the backcourt. Just getting going here in the second quarter.
Now you expect more offensive aggressiveness from one Kuzma. I mean, I think THT has to look to be the point setter here. And other players, now KCP, when he gets back in the game, he can't go droughts without being an offensive threat.
Your top two players unavailable, Davis and LeBron. Gallinari can't hit it. Good tap by Matthews. THT, who strung together some good games, too. And, it's the consistency that we like to see, and he's played pretty well in that regard.
He's learning the NBA. That's all it's about. He's shown he's got the physical tools.
Well, Tucker bounces now. He's making good decisions, too. That's nice to see. Not forcing too many things. Kuzma.
Oh, man.
Look at this pass to Bogdanovic.
How did he get that ball to Bogdanovic?
With some mustard on it, too, right?
It helps to have a mitt the size of Rondo's.
THT cutting, then throws it away. It's a 3-on-1 going back. And Gallinari runs into Kuzma. That's good defense by Kyle. Going to be out of bounds.
All Gallinari has to do is pick it up and pass it to his left. He has a teammate on the wing, and he just tried to sidestep and go in himself as we look at Capella going right around THT with our Carl's Cam. Good view of how easily that happened.
Capella had 13 rebounds, 3 blocks in that 107-99 Laker win in Atlanta. That was February 1st again. Hawks led by a point entering the fourth quarter in that game. I mentioned LeBron scored the last 9 points to seal the deal.
Well, the Hawks up by 2 with Trae Young has yet to scratch.
How about that? He is one of the top scorers in the NBA.
He'll end up with his average, don't get me wrong.
Herter, who hit a couple early, falls back on Markieff Morris, and the rebound goes to Talen Horton-Tucker.
Nice box out by THT on a bigger opponent.
THT that looks to get to the rim, and then backs it up, and he scores from 10 feet falling away.
Good control by THT.
Trae Young, 11th in scoring. He's down 4 points from last year. Boy, Collins just puts the body on Kuzma and lays it in.
See the little drop bounce pass that Trae Young made. They kind of blitzed him a little bit on the screen, and he's willing to give it up.
Trae Young really good at getting him to the free throw line, too. He'll do that little move where he'll back up into you to try to draw the whistle. It can be infuriating if you're a defender. Look at the dance that Kuzma's putting on. The spin and the score.
I said somebody had to be decisive, pick up some the slack, and Kuz is very decisive.
Kuz coming off of a 12-5 and 3 assist game.
That was a nice move by Kuz. He put it between his legs a few times, then change of direction, change of hands, and Collins is a good shot blocker, but out of position and couldn't make a play.
All of Kuzma's buckets the other night in the win against Charlotte were threes. And he had 12 points. I mentioned a big decisive move. A little magic there. 40 all. This is the 7th time we've been tied. Collins leans in. Rebound Horton-Tucker. THT, his second rebound since coming in as a reserve. He throws it up and nearly threw it in. Slow getting up, so they've got numbers 5-on-4 going the other way. Young back up, 3 on its way straight away. He misses it. Kuzma's got the rebound.
Last field goal attempt by THT, just shot it a little hard. It was a nice looking move.
Kuzma's trying to do it again, going down the middle, and he gets fouled.
He got fouled by John Collins, and I don't know if Kuz liked the foul very much. He kind of looked back at Collins and said, what is that all about? So Kuz will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
As you saw before, he's been stellar here in the month of March. Nearly 19 points on almost 50% shooting. While we have a moment, here's a quick word from Rondo.
Rondo, playing it safe. The good times are back.
Mike Trudell, all right, now you've got AD out, you've got Marc Gasol out, and now LeBron James out. How's this going to affect the rotation?
Yeah, well, so what Frank Vogel has done in March without AD and Gasol has shifted to just running some more screen roll action for Montrezl Harrell specifically. Of course, LeBron was the trigger man in a lot of that action, but Schroeder can do it too, as can THT and Kuz. So I still expect to see some more of that action, but a lot different, obviously, without LeBron out there.
Yeah, a lot different, but they've got to get some good, like you said, a lot of good action because they can't now come down and just wait and let the ball die in someone's hand.
Yeah, well, Frank specifically called him one of the greatest pick and roll players of all time, and LeBron as far as making decisions. And we all have seen what Montrez has been able to do the last couple of years. Lakers turned it over again. Now Damian Jones, who was the one who turned it over, gets the rebound. Schroeder with speed. Schroeder all the way. Schroeder gets fouled.
Oh, he did a change of pace there, dribble. And Herder that time got caught, picks up the foul.
Because we want to really just spend a lot of time outside and fun. When you enter the house, the first thing that you will see is a foyer. So that's a Persian rug that handmade that we bought. We had a bit of space that we wanted to have. Something that is handmade and something that gives the look. And this is a custom
Pass. Look at this pass.
so we had
Trey Young, he's been good at getting rid of
They're 8-3 since he's been in that starting lineup. In fact, he's got the best three-point percentage in the league as Trey Young scores his first basket.
Well, he split the defenders that time. That's what you can allow happen. If you're going to try to blitz him, you can't let him split you. And they did call that last foul on Dennis Schroeder as an offense. Obviously taller than Schroeder.
Put it into the starting lineup on February 22nd, and they are 8-3 since he's been in that starting lineup. In fact, he's got the best three-point percentage in the league as Trey Young scores his first basket.
Well, he split the defenders that time. That's what you can allow happen. If you're going to try to blitz him, you can't let him split you. And they did call that last foul on Dennis Schroeder as an offensive foul.
Schroeder, an original draft pick of the Hawks, spent 5 years there. Alfonso McKinney into the game. So minutes to be had with LeBron out. McKinney controls it right back two-man game.
Look at that clock.
And it's down to one with Schroeder mid-range. So they worked it all the way, but got two out of it anyway.
That's not anything new for the Lakers to work it all the way down. They do that quite a bit.
It's their biggest pet peeve this season. Here is, and it's how late they get into the action is what is really interesting. Here is Herder. Oh, good dish underneath. Capella can't score. Collins, then Damian Jones was there, but countered in the foul.
Damian made a nice play on the first one by Clint Capella, but then on the second and third attempts, he reached in and picks up the foul. A three-point opportunity now coming to John Collins. You can see he just reaches there. Doesn't really elevate, just reaches across, catches the arm, and Collins gets the hoop.
What a start for Collins. 16 points, 7 rebounds.
And he's 7 out of 9 from the field, so he's been very efficient as KCP comes in, and McKinney goes in there for a brief moment, a couple of minutes, goes back to the bench.
And Mike was talking about how Montrez used his football and track skills to better himself as a basketball player. Well, Collins was a soccer goalie when he was growing up, and he attributes that to a lot of his hand-eye coordination that he utilizes in basketball. Here is Markieff over Herdy. Loves that matchup.
I just think that's another guy that they can go to, especially without LeBron in the half-court set. Give it to him on the free throw line extended. He can score.
Keep us 2 for 5 on the afternoon. Herder from downtown. Rebound Capella. Oh, blocked on the other side.
Saving basket, too.
Yeah. Kuzma going to move in after the flyby, and he banks it in.
Good decisions being made right now by the Lakers.
Yeah, he didn't try to force that three. He moved in and scored. Trey Young, second floater in a row.
That's the thing about guys that handle the ball and are scorers. They're going to get theirs. I mean, they may go first half or so and don't get much production offensively, but they're going to get theirs.
Sat the entire fourth quarter of their win the other night, a win where they were ahead by as many as 27 against OKC. Capella was there, nowhere for Schroeder to go. 3-on-2 the other way. Young all the way, puts it up, no. Rebound Collins, no. Tapped up once, twice. Hawks are all over the board right now. All over the offensive board. And Mike, you got an update on LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron is out for the rest of the game with that right ankle injury. So no more LeBron tonight. Right ankle injury, guys.
Well, that's not surprising that he's done for the evening. The way that ankle got rolled up on. So let's just hope it's not a long period that he misses.
We'll have more on that, obviously, at halftime. The Jack in the Box halftime report when we send it back to the studio. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Rebound to Capella, his 8th of the game. Collins has 9.
I thought we'd see a little bit more of Wesley Matthews after that nice stretch in the first, but he hasn't been back in the game.
Yeah, made all 3 shots, all of them from beyond the arc. Herder with 6 to shoot. Down low is Capella, the windshield wiper move. Montrez is there playing a little defense, and the fouls on Capella.
Capella was a little upset that he missed the gimme, so he picks up his 3rd foul, trying to get his own miss. A bad decision by Clint Capella.
Yeah, you think about a silly one with just 27 seconds remaining in the half.
So he'll be headed to the sideline, as they've already sent Bogdanovic to the scorer's table.
Montrez will step to the free throw line. Montrez has not scored. Neither is Caldwell Pope, and McKinney hasn't either, but he's only played 2 minutes. Now, if you want to learn more about the positive impact that the Lakers are making in the community, follow @Lakers Community on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to see photos and recaps of the Lakers as they strive to be champs in the community.
Montrez misses the first of 2.
Montrez has been on a scoring roll. He's the only Laker to play in all 42 games this year. And the Lakers lead by 1. Shot clock, Stu, is 3 ahead of the game.
You can see Trae Young here. Again, probably try to split the double. That time they did a slip screen.
KCP in front of him. Fall back for Trae Young. Rebound Kuzma with 3, with 2. Kuzma's going to line it up and let it go. No, it's not going to work. Into the corner as the time expires.
Well, despite the injury to LeBron, the Lakers really played well in his absence. Let's see if they can do that after intermission.
All right, 1-point game. Time now to check in with the Access Sportsnet studio. It is the Jack in the Box halftime report.
Hey fans, I'm John Collins from the Atlanta Hawks. Check out these game break highlights.
Servalo ba? Half time pala. Yung
For the second time, second of 3 meetings, the Toronto Raptors and the Atlanta Hawks. Raptors trying to build on their largest lead. Lowry to Boucher. Count it, Mark, and the foul that may have done it. 112.97 with 6:10 to play.
They made a run. And, what we have been talking about is believe, stay together out there. They was able to fight their way back.
Trey launches and hits. Gallo for three. Bottoms. Danilo Gallinari has 20. And the Hawks are back in it.
To me, I wish we wouldn't get ourselves dug in such a deep hole in the fourth. But these last two games, are really showing what we're capable of.
Gets around Collins, drives against Boucher, hits it. It's 120 to 118. Wow, what a comeback. 15 down with a little over 6 to play. And they'll come out with a chance to tie or win.
Coach trusted me to have the ball in my hands, and as I was driving to get to the hole, I saw Kalo down there helping, and I knew somebody was open.
Trey looking, gets rid of it. Tony Snell for the win. Good! He beats the buzzer.
Winby 84, Mega Love shout out.
21 to 120.
Trey got the ball, took the drove it. I seen other guys hit the paint because of my attention he got, and I just tried to find an opening. I just took a shot.
He got a lot of names in our locker room. T-Snell, T-Snelly, Water. Got to be up there. All his shots, water.
Trey found him open, and the Hawks come storming back to win the ball game. How about that?
LaMelo Ball, and somebody asked him, are you looking forward to playing LeBron? And he said, not really.
Anytime you get a chance to play against one of the absolute legends, you have to be a little bit excited about that encounter.
LeBron, here he comes in the spin cycle to score. LeBron James. LeBron, yes, sir.
He's aggressive tonight.
I get the feeling that LeBron was thinking maybe about what LaMelo talked about.
He's got great energy. Thought he was ultra aggressive trying to score the ball, and he's going to compete at a super high level and dominate the game.
Yeah, here is LaMelo all the way to score. The other end,
play by Matthews.
As he ties up, LaMelo takes it away. THT, LeBron with the finish.
Really nice.
Kuzma, downtown, the triple, ring it up with one at the buzzer. LeBron, perfect.
It's Rozier, fires off the three, got it to go. Terry Rozier drilling another Lowe's three-point shot.
Ball from distance, he's got it. LaMelo Ball drains a three. This tide has definitely turned.
Definitely felt like we was chipping back coming for him. Had a bad first half, so I knew it was 2 halves of the game. Usually when you have bad first half, second half, things ease out a little.
Oh, they're not going to blow that whistle, and he knocks it down anyway. Strictly looking for the whistle, but he made it.
Hello Ball, back into the lane, throws up the off-balance shot, got it to go and one. The Wonder Kid.
Now the King. Fall back for two.
Back to being aggressive offensively. He knows what the team needs.
But the quickness now was here. Blocked by James. LeBron, the rejection. Get out of here.
What a recovery.
And LeBron, he's got 37 tonight. And this one is over. 116 to 105.
I'm efficient. Keep my body in great shape. Keep my mind in great shape as well. And trying to be there for my teammates. I really don't have a ceiling to what I can accomplish in my career. And that's how I go about it every day.
It's now time for the best of the best. Let's count them down 10 through what? It's Friday's top 10 in the NBA. Let's play some defense. At play number 10, Jaylen Brown. Give me that. Takes it away like some candy and races down the court for the slam at the other end. We got 9 more to do. Here we go with Luka. Draws a trio of defenders. Gets it to the paint. Then the no-look feed to Maxi Kleber. Wow. Look, I don't need no eyes to find my teammate. And the triple try goes down. Okeke steals the pass from James Harden, races down the other end, where he throws a pass over his head to Aaron Gordon, and yeah, he knows what to do with it. Look at Okeke, playing like a vet, missing his rookie year, back in action this year, and yeah, you give it to Gordon to throw it down. That's play number 7. James Harden throws the pass up forward to Nick Claxton, who finishes the alley-oop jam. Look how nonchalant this is. Okay, you're down there. I'll give it to you. Look at that. A 3-quarter court alley-oop. At play number 6, it's Jokic grabbing the rebound and in one motion, firing a baseball pass down court. And Michael Porter Jr., like a great wide receiver, streaking down the court, running his pattern, and it's a touchdown. Home run, touchdown, baseball, football. We've got it all on a basketball Friday night. Halfway through the list, it's a little fancy move from John Wall. You fancy, huh? Look at this. John Wall races down the court, evades the defender with the wraparound and gets it to Christian Wood for the dunk. His whole team dunked on him. It was John Morant here, play number 4, showing off the athleticism, driving to the rim.
Shout out Javier Sierra.
Only 4:10 on the clock here
Peter
in Tampa.
Vaca.
Kyle Lowry to Fred VanVleet.
Lakia Crawford, Climbing, Anis Gurung, Robert Brown, and Saleh.
Draws the double, throws behind the back, just casual. Hey, here's Tim Hardaway Jr., and he connects from downtown. Look at this. Luka setting up his teammate. And our top play from Friday night. Check out the off-ball movement here from Jamal Murray to get himself open. Jokic finds him, down by 3, 2 seconds to go. You betcha. Jamal Murray, clutch in the 4th quarter, forcing overtime, and in the extra session, he would bury the Bulls. Jamal Murray coming up clutch and coming up with Friday's top play in the NBA.
And we'll see if he can get a dunk here on the first possession. He has numerous times already this season. There's the lob, and there's the dunk on cue. Throw it down.
Does that not coincide a little bit with Nate taking over as the head man?
It coincides exactly with it. Here is LeBron. Tough little ball away, but it's nothing but net. The Lakers beat the Hawks down south. Herter. Long distance on its way, nothing but net. The splash from Herter. And you said it, Stu.
What an asset for the Hawks. I mean, he's like having another coach on the floor.
Look at this passing interior, too, as Snell finds Collins.
That's what freed up Collins to go to the glass.
Schroeder, the quickness to get around Gallinari, and he does the score. Harrell backing in on Gallinari. Can't now. It's up to Schroeder. Dangerous pass. Open man is Matthews. Take it immediately, and he knocks it down. Yes, sir.
Locked up, and easy call for the official.
Bogdanovich. That is pure for the free throw line. What a shooter he is.
Really good. And pick and rolls.
Yeah, they are 7-0 since he came back from injury, coinciding with Nate McMillan taking over. 2 in a row for Wes Matthews. And the rebound to Montrez. Lakers' biggest deficit was 8. Quickly to Matthews. How hot is he? He checked. Yes, sir. He's got it.
See another 3 go down by the Hawks for the margin of this stand.
Again, if you're just joining us, the Hawks looking for their 8th win in a row as Capella throws it up and misses. Tap once, twice, and he scores.
As soon as he put it on the floor, he was reading the defenders to see who was going to come in.
Again, in the 18th season, still getting to the basket, and that's Rondo around Montrezl Harrell.
It's like as long as he can stay moving here, it'll stay as loose as possible. But as soon as he sits and it stiffens up a bit, then you got the issues.
Gallinari over Harrell, the jump shot. Rondo, of course, he's been up and down throughout his career as far as being a shooter. And driving to the basket, giving a baseline, and it's Capella. It was a slow start to this afternoon game for the Lakers when LeBron was even in the contest. Now without him, let's see if they can get something going. Caruso! The Caruso! Try to draw the whistle. It'd be infuriating if you're a defender. Look at the dance that Kuzma's putting on. The spin and score! Lakers basketball is being brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. So go and get an amazing deal on a new Camry. And by Jack in the Box. The triple bonus Jack combo is back at Jack in the Box. Try it today for just $5.99.
We're at halftime. The Lakers with a 1-point advantage over the Atlanta Hawks, 53-52. Time to revisit the Lakers' key to the game. So I talked about keeping Trae Young off the line. Doesn't have a free throw attempt yet. Averages 8 per game. And then second chance points, Lakers getting crushed 13-2. And the bench of the Lakers doing what they've been doing lately, and that's outscoring the opposition. So going to be interesting to see how they do that in the second half, especially Mike Trudell with what lineup he puts out there to start the third quarter.
Yes, sir, that's right. And, of course, the headline is LeBron James not going to return in this one due to the right ankle injury suffered early in the second quarter that you're getting a look at right here. And so Kyle Kuzma is going to start the third quarter in his place. That's what you would have expected. Now, the one time that LeBron didn't play this season was that last game before the All-Star break at Sacramento. Kuz started that night as well. Played really well. The team played well. Remember that Harrell tip-in attempt late that he couldn't quite get to go, so they lost that game by 3. But a little harder, really, to adjust the game plan and the fly at halftime like this than when you knew LeBron wasn't going to play in that.
Without question. I mean, that's going to be a headline for the NBA today, is that LeBron went down with that injury. Let's hope it's not serious. We'll check out if there's x-rays or MRIs coming up in the next couple of days. The Lakers have said, we will keep you posted minute to minute. So the first bucket of this half goes to Atlanta. And against you mentioned it, you've got to keep them off the glass on the offensive end. A 13-2 second chance points advantage for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's something that's going to really have to be addressed here in the second half as wow.
Yeah, that's Trae Young going distance. Well, we saw him do that in college. You know, it's much closer, that 3 in college, but Trae was shooting from out there even then during his days at Oklahoma. He played for 1 year, and then, again, he was the 5th pick. And the trade with Dallas for Luka Doncic. And it bounced right back to Kuzma. Made a couple of really sweet moves in that first half. Highlight moves for Kuzma.
See that possession there for the Lakers. There was no ball movement or body movement, and they got nothing out of it.
Oh, Capella misses the slam as he rolled easily. Now it's Kuzma looking for the 4-point switch, but they can't convert. And Trae Young was just kind of hanging around, and he's going to get it and score at the other end.
See, that's what happens when you get a 4-man break or so and they keep one man back. You've got to make sure that one of your guards especially reads that and stays back and prevents the easy hoop.
10 turnovers for the Lakers. Got to clean that up. Atlanta only 4. Damian Jones in there battling nobody else. Wearing their Sunday whites here on a Saturday. Had an opportunity at that rebound, and they fouled Trae Young basically intentionally.
Yeah, they had a man advantage, so Schroeder just reached out and grabbed him so they could get a chance maybe to set up their half-court defense 5-on-5.
Again, Trae's scoring down about 4 points this season, but his assist and 3-point percentage up. This Atlanta team has won 21 games, already one more than all of last year. Folks saw this team elevating. This is not a huge shock that they are playing as well as they are. That one's knocked out of bounds. They've constructed a really good roster. And now Nate McMillan, the 56-year-old, has taken over. He was hired on March 1st. He was the interim coach after the dismissal of Lloyd Pierce. And he is undefeated, at least with Atlanta. Of course, he's in his 17th year as a head coach in the league. Oh, good play by Damian Jones. That was ticketed for Capella. On the outside, shot missed. That was Tony Snell.
Tony Snell just made one from there. What? Not just the first basket of the second half.
Well, again,
from there.
Stu, he's the best percentage in the NBA. Is Tony Snell, 56.8%.
Doesn't have to qualify, does he? Lakers on a drought here. They had 53 at the half, and guess what? Still had 53.
They're still sitting on it. That's going to be chased down by KCP, who has not scored. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's had 2 decent looks. That last shot that he tried was a runner off of 1 foot with that left hand from about 12 feet. That's a difficult attempt.
You guys, KCP doesn't handle it a ton, but he doesn't have a turnover in the month of March. None. Here it is. taken all the way, put up, and... Oh, no, excuse me. He has two turnovers in the month of March. That's it for KCP.
Dennis Schroeder really upset at the officials, thought he got hacked as he was going to the basket. They didn't blow the whistle, and that's what got the Hawks out for this easy-looking free throw.
And we have a moment. Here's a quick word from Nissan.
This Lakers broadcast is brought to you by the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue.
John Collins, 6'9", 235. Mom in the Air Force, Dad was in the Navy, so they bounced around a bit during his childhood.
A 7-0 start to the third quarter by the Hawks.
That's what they are looking for in search of their 8th consecutive victory. That's their longest streak since 2017. Kuzma with 6 on the shot clock. Kick it out to KCP, looking for his first basket of the game, and he's still 0 for 4. Young handling it, Young all the way. They don't pick him up, and he scores, and the Lakers need a timeout.
Yeah, I would say they do. 9-0 to start the third, and their 1-point lead is obviously gone. They trail now by 8 as Trae Young starting to be real aggressive. Gets his 6th point to go along with 7 assists.
Igorota G, mega love shout out. Igorota G, you already have your jacket na. Art Flow by Mo, mega love shout out. Art Flow by Mo.
Ha?
34 million viewers, ayan. Mega love shout out. Igorota G, if you want to drop your link, you can drop your link there.
9-0 in the third quarter. Atlanta over Los Angeles. That's either the Braves pitching a shutout or 3 field goals by the Falcons over the Rams. Whatever it is, it's 9-0 right now, and not the way to start the third quarter. Inside the box score, Stu, 1,036 straight games in double digits. That will keep going for LeBron, but that is just trivial, as I mentioned. The key component is when he will be back and how is he. Dennis Schroeder, 9 points.
Yeah, LeBron James is not playing because of injury. And
They've become very stagnant here.
Unfortunately.
Collins with a double-double already in this game. 20 points, 11 rebounds for the upstart Atlanta Hawks, who haven't been to the playoffs in 3 years. They have been there 10 consecutive. They're trying to end a 3-year drought. But just 2.5 games are they now in front of the 10th spot. There's a wild scramble, 4 through 10 in the East. Here is Herter. The top 3 in the East have certainly separated themselves. Sixers, Nets, and Bucks. Schroeder, again, he's utilized his speed.
Oh, shit.
to utilize his speed. They block it. They reject it. It's underneath. Good ball movement. Keeping the flyby. Alone. He fires. Can't get it. Rebound Collins. Rebound Collins, his 12.
Making a real drop. That was better ball movement.
Way short, but he gets knocked down. What's the whistle?
Ball out of bounds to the Lakers. That's the only thing. They're rolling the Capella. He didn't last on the rebound attempt.
Who's saying, why wasn't that whistle for me getting knocked down? So 14 on the shot clock. Lakers who have moved into second, 2 back of the Jazz, and a half game up on the Suns.
Hello, Queen B.
They're looking for their first points of the half. Damian Jones no threat to shoot from there. They've missed 13 shots in a row. KCP throws it away. So 13 missed shots in a row. That's their 12th turnover. And LeBron is out for the game. Collins, 3, got it. Things are going down the other way quickly right now for the Lakers. 12-0 scoring run. Atlanta.
Yeah, because their offense has become very stagnant. Then when you start missing shots, it even becomes magnified more.
And down goes Schroeder. So he's all right. Slipped and fell. He's grabbing his right ankle.
Shout out, Horo Oro.
He's grabbing at it.
Yeah. LeBron already out with the ankle. AD and Gasol out of the lineup. Dud's out probably for the year. Shots in a row.
We'll look at with our Carl's camera.
Uy.
He lost his balance almost. Strained the groin muscle there. You see the ankle hits the floor, then slides forward, and then turns a bit.
Some of the things can happen. Wesley was 3 for 3 in the first half. THT all the way. Blocked by Collins. Having himself a game.
They're having themselves quite a third quarter.
Yeah, they are. 64-53 on its way. Lakers have still not scored. Capella once, twice. Who's going to get it? Look at Schroeder diving for the basketball. Boy, that's effort. Selling out. Bad ankle and all. Down he goes.
Schroeder dived for the ball before, but this one was a flat out. Wow. I mean, I just want it more than you as he gets up and he's a little bit gimpy there as he just a minute ago tweaked an ankle a bit and now sacrificing his body for the possession of the ball. Look at that. Airborne. Gets it. Lands on it. Very close to knocking the wind out. The Lakers still down by 11.
Mega love shout out, Cherry Lingin, more. Oh, nalaglag na. Shout out muna tayo. Ay, may galap shout out, Haro-Haro. And Charolingin, Queen B84, Igorota G, Art Flow by Mo, Alexia Blastatina, C. Andrew, and Javier Sierra, Peter Baca. Sign ng commercial break in progress. Ha ha ha. Tinatawagan kita. Bakit ka tumatawag? Oo nga. Hindi ko nga sinasagot kasi naka-live. Ginagamit ko yung phone ko pang pang live. Mamaya kita tatawagan. After. Wala na.
Work to get the first one. I mean, that was some shot by THT.
Now, once again, Laker fans, you know for many years, just you can't stand him when he's not on your team. When he is, you love him.
KCP trying to scratch for the first time with this technical free throw.
So they're going to get him in the book, hopefully. And still talking at the other end. Boy, KCP, that lid is permanently on that basket right now.
When you're talking about jawing, nobody jaws as much and as often as Rondo. Look at Rondo put the ball right in his face.
No words are being spoken at that point. That was some nonverbal. First quarter to Rajon, who got his ring when he came back here to Los Angeles. If he didn't get it sooner, a lot of guys picking him up when they come back on their trip to Los Angeles. This is their only visit. Oh, Montrez has himself in really good position, and all Herter could do was foul him. And they immediately found Harold down there. 64-57.
Good foul.
Lakers looking for their 15th win at home. They've won 5 out of 6 here.
Wesley Matthews back in the game.
Yep.
Played 8 minutes in the first quarter, or first quarter basically. Made 3 consecutive three-pointers and hasn't been on the court since.
You've got Matthews, Harold, KCP, Schroeder, and Horton Tucker.
Another foul on Rondo.
Team fouls right now. The Lakers are out of fouls. That is the third team foul on Atlanta. Third quarter from Staples Center. Phoenix tomorrow night. A tall task if LeBron can't go. Corner of the key, Schroeder. He's 3 for 12 tonight. Struggling from the field. Herter was hot early.
Lakers as a team struggling from the field, 38%.
Yeah, 38% after really shooting lights out over the last 3 games. Rondo, that's kicked off the leg of KCP. Lakers shot 48% from the field the other night against Charlotte, but the previous 2 games, they averaged 60% from the floor.
You know, for the Hawks, only one player in double figures, and that's John Collins. Everybody else is pretty much under control, but they are spreading the wealth around a bit.
Gallinari lets it go from three. And for Gallinari, he's got 7, so nobody else joins the double-digit party. Yeah, it's Collins and then everybody else. Collins with 23 and 13 rebounds. Capella's got 13 boards. Best rebounder in the league. And THT, the mid-range.
Good substitution putting him in the game because he's responded with a couple of hoops. And Lakers still down by 8.
He's shooting okay, 4 for 7 for the game. Oh, Collins, underneath, yeah, that's Collins. Didn't even have to come back to the ground. Didn't come back down to earth. That's basically how you could describe his game tonight so far. Caruso will be in when it's dead. 3:50 to play third quarter. Montrez, good dish. Underneath and lay it in. Going backdoor baseline with Schroeder.
Good read by Montrez. Good cut by Schroeder.
And so the Lakers 8 points, so that 2012 record is safe. Gallinari from the free throw line.
He'll be shooting perimeter shots in his rocking chair.
Gallo's scoring down about 6 points this year. THT, KCP in the corner. Contavious Caldwell Popo for 5. That was his first 3-point attempt tonight. Rondo, the quarterback. Done it for so many franchises. 7th team in 7 years for Rondo. Think about that. That suitcase will travel. Gallo misses. Rebound Matthews. Horton Tucker. Schroeder from Germany. Horton Tucker went to Iowa State. He's 20 years of age. Montrez, the spin, can't score, and he's the last to touch it. 10-point deficit, 2:40 to play in the third.
And the Lakers still with only 2:40. Only put up 8 points. So you get another look at that bounce pass from Montrez to Schroeder, who lays it up nicely. Nice job.
Ball belongs to Atlanta. They are 7-0 in the month of March. Point differential of 12.5. They were 9-32 at the same juncture last year. Here they are, a game over 500, one of 5 teams in the East over 500. Gallinari with Horton Tucker coming out. Was it a real challenge, and Gallinari took advantage of it.
Can't give shooters that much space and then try to recover.
It's a 9th rated offense in the NBA, the Atlanta Hawks. Horton Tucker on its way, no. Harrell is there, and he nearly scored. Lakers only have 2 second chance points in the game, and he had an opportunity right there.
Well, this should go down as second chance points because it's fouled and second chance opportunity. Montrez at the line where he is 1 for 2. Trying to get the Lakers their 9th and 10th points of the quarter.
Montrez had 19 points in the win in Atlanta, nearly outscored the entire Hawk bench that night. The Hawk bench had 20, he had 19 in that Laker win. Hey, Shakey's Pizza is celebrating our educators with the Spectrum Sports Educator Sweepstakes. Now, 8 lucky winners will receive a $50 gift card from Shakey's plus a virtual teaching kit. Enter online at SpectrumEducator.com for your chance to win. Mentioned Phoenix tomorrow. After that, it's a 2-game trip. The Pelicans. Lakers will be at the Pellies. And boy, are they disappointing this year. 17-24 starting the day. They'll be down in New Orleans on Tuesday. Rondo, the one-handed pass to Gallinari.
Trying to take advantage of the height advantage against Wesley Matthews.
And he stands 6'10". Now they double team. Quick ball movement. Bogdanovich. He goes around. Look at Montrez. He altered that shot. And then the Lakers take it away. That's good defense. Took it right away from Nathan Knight. But then the Lakers give it right back, Stu.
You can look for turnovers when you're trailing by double digits.
Solomon Hill, long distance, in and out. Kuzma picks up the rebound. That's his 3rd board. Lakers a -2, rebounding so far this afternoon. Montrez swings through Solomon Hill and muscles it up and in. Montrez might have gotten poked in the
good steal by Caruso.
Yeah, there. Look at Caruso, and they're both down now.
It's a good thing that Caruso made the steal because Montrez was
In
on
the
the
key,
floor.
yeah.
They had a 5-on-4 situation. But Caruso, with the quick transition from offense to defense, picks off the pass. Another look at Montrez and goes in and goes down and takes a knee right in the side of the head.
You know, think about Caruso, too. When he got the basketball, he had to shoot it because Montrez, he's in the key. He's just sitting there. You bring that back out, it's going to be a violation. Hey, vote for your favorite nonprofit to win the $5,000 Laker Youth Foundation U Grant. Go to Lakers.com today to read about finalists and to cast your vote. You can only vote once, so choose wisely, just like Indiana Jones did with the Holy Grail. Here is Rondo.
Caruso missing 2 free throws there.
And off to Bogdanovich. Nice pickup for them, under the radar pickup. Hill, Rondo. 7 to shoot, under a minute to play in the third quarter.
Didn't we sign him as a free agent and then Sacramento didn't want to match it?
He's one of those 3 veterans that they picked up. Like I said, it's a really good mix. Young players and veterans. Matthews.
Yeah, his first shot since he made 3 in a row. Way long time ago.
It was hot, and then he sat down and cooled off.
Best way to cool off is sit over there on that bench.
Rondo, eye on the clock. He's got 6 to shoot. Just 3 seconds ahead of the game. Rajon's going to let it go. Rebound Kuzma with 2, with 1. And he's not going to mess with his field goal percentage. 12-point quarters.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that the lowest quarter was 14.
Shout out Ping Pong Gods PPG.
So they've got their work.
Go Hawks, yes sir.
Not only trailing on their scoreboard by 9, but without LeBron, it's all uphill.
Ano yun?
Ale, dili ko so. Today, charger. Amo na ba serbe? Sunog! 5%, ay. Ale, nakita pala yung, ano dyan, yung, sutil. Akin na yung unan. Sutil. Unan lang, le. Dahil, akin na, kunin ko na unan. Alin mo dahil, may mas saglit.
Art Flow by Mohawks might win. Yan. Hawks might win by Art Flow by Mo. Yan. Let's see Art Flow by Mo. It's still there's still a one quarter. Flow by Mo, which team you are, Flow by Mo? Flow by Mo, thanks for coming, Art Flow by Mo. Just put a hat in your balong.
Banana, meron din.
Score their first hoop in the third quarter. This one they score in the first 30 seconds.
And as you said, the lowest quarter of the season. Both KCP and Kuzma were over 4 in that third quarter. And nothing but net from Bogdanovich from the corner. Bogdanovich. This is just his 17th game of the year. He missed 25 with a fractured right knee. When you come back healthy like that. Montrez leans in and scores, so he's got 2 field goals to start the fourth quarter.
He's got that little shot putter. That's his version of a teardrop.
Lakers, the third game of the stretch, are 7 out of 9 here at home. It's been a busy week. Air ball, and that's going to go out of bounds. Lakers.
Trae Young now 4 for 13 at the line for the Lakers kept him off the line.
Yeah, he's third in free throw attempts in the league. Horton Tucker. The scoop looking for the score. The tap by Capella. But he and Collins each have 14 rebounds tonight. Or shall I say, mid-afternoon. They will keep away on the perimeter. Trae Young back to Gallinari. Wide open. Wide open. And he makes no mistake. 82-69.
Like I said, he'll be making shots from his rocking chair.
Yeah, this Hawk team brimming with confidence. Start of an 8-game, 13-day road trip. 6 of the teams over 500 that they play. Again, they're a game from 4th in the East, but a game from dropping to 8th. That's how close it is.
There's Montrez is trying to help on triple penetration. That's what freed up Gallinari, and nobody in the picture but him.
They're right in the middle of the pack as far as three-point percentage. Mid-range, Montrez. Mid-range, Montrez. What would the Lakers be this quarter without him? He's got 3 baskets.
Well, they got to get their defense back on track now. We talked about their stagnant offense, and it's kind of something that's transferred itself to the other end as well.
Lakers still the number 1 rated defense in the league, but Solomon Hill just drains the rainbow.
Talked about them having a lot of weapons. They do have a lot of weapons.
9 points for Hill, who had been in a drought. Just 3 points total, Stu, in his last 4 games. Here he comes back to Los Angeles, has 9. And Montrez, 4 baskets in the quarter.
He and Rondo. Rondo's on the sideline talking to him, and Montrez is scoring and then talking back to Rondo.
Remember, those 2 were not teammates last year. Montrez, part of the Clippers. And thrown in by Young.
Oh, he's got that little floater, little teardrop down pat. Trae Young needs that at his size. He doesn't elevate above the rim for anything, so shoots the floater, and it works.
Just a moment. It's commercial break.
Our friends at Land Rover, above and beyond performance spotlight.
Well, Mr. John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks, 25 points, 14 rebounds, only missed 3 shots. 10 out of 13. Then on the other end, he's rejected 3 Laker attempts. He's been all over the place for the Hawks today.
This Hawk team 5-0 since coming out of the All-Star break. They only had 1 game postponed due to COVID in the first half of the year. By the way, 14 of their players received their first vaccination on Thursday following the win. They were the second team to do it. The Pelicans were the other. Front court, Dennis Schroeder. 8:18, clock's moving. Fourth quarter, Lakers are down 87-73. It's the biggest deficit of the game. Montrez doing all he can here in the fourth quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, LeBron out of the game with an ankle injury. Details about it. Here's the whistle, blocked that time by Bogdanovich. Before Alex could get it to the rim.
He got a little underhand scoop-like shot. You got to attack that with a little bit more aggression.
Bogdanovich picked by Gallinari, who's going to get it right back. Trying to work it around Kuzma. Spins around. Fall back. Not there. Shooter.
Otik. Ito matawag na to. Hello po. Pronto? Pronto? Tatawagan kita mamaya. Wait lang ha. Kasi naka-live ako eh. Tatawagan kita mamaya. Tawag ako. Wait lang. Tatawag ako mamaya. Lakers versus... Ano ba yun? Ano ba ito?
3. He had 19 points and 5 assists.
You have to give the man with the ball 87-73. Carroll. Good again.
He was red hot. But unfortunately for them, they have not been able to slow the Hawks down.
6:35 to go, fourth quarter. What a way to start this Western trip. On the bounce, here's John. Unselfish, finds the open man, but Solo couldn't capitalize.
Great decision by JC. Like I said, under control, making the right play, and that's all you can ask.
Morris hits a three. Marquise Morris with his first three-pointer, and the Hawks are going to take a timeout. All the hay not yet in the barn. We've still got 6:16 left.
T-Mobile is upgrading its network at a record pace. We were the first to bring 5G nationwide, and now let's...
Fine spot Donovan. That's the look that they want. Rebound Kuzma. Cleans the glass. 2-on-4.
Penetration, then off the dribble with the left hand to the corner, man. Nice looking play.
That's been off. The Lakers have won 3 in a row. And 8 down the other way. And Partner. Of your Lakers. Now, Mark Shaw, our producer, ankle injury. Obviously, everybody curious. The detail. No, seriously, maybe.
Kind of iced it there.
Yeah, huge three. 95-85. Lakers had 140. Right. Think about this. They're the third best team getting to the line. They've only
25%, so made them when they needed to.
dangerous pass taken by Keith. Again, 8-point game, but only a half a minute to play. On Collins.
Close game, you don't want to foul a three-point shooter, in that scenario.
Just one team was over 500, and that was Miami. Now, granted, again, this is a team, this is a good team. It's a playoff team. And they're going to get reinforced.
Last 30 seconds.
0.4 seconds remaining.
30.4. Wala. Talo na naman ng Lakers.
Stick around. Post-game show. We'll dissect this one, see what light
Wala kasi
Tough guy. After turning that, he tried to play through it for a couple of possessions.
Made that shot, but when he shot it, you see he landed on one foot, the foot that wasn't injured. Most painful, I think, because you don't do things under your own thoughts. You do things as a reaction.
21 and 10. He gets a double-double. It's late work. Get the foul right away. You've got to get the foul, don't you? And then finally, THT.
To pass in from inbounds. Otherwise, you just let them alone.
7%ers on the season. Give Collins and Capella credit. They had 32 of the 49 Hawk rebounds. Surprise with Capella. The average is 14.
A violent effort, but come up a little bit short.
It's back, guys. Check it out. Whoa.
nawala lang si Lebron, sira na kaagad ang laro. Ayan, sabi ni Nayar Olevka. Ayan, mega shoutout sa 100 million viewers natin dyan sa Facebook. Ayan. Mega love shoutout.
Montrez going to come back in. 26 seconds basically remaining in this one. 99-92. Those two free throws most likely put it away for the Hawks.
Mama, second.
Three-pointer, I think, by Gallinari kind of put it away.
Well, they had it down to 5. Here is Kuzma. Marquise lets it go. And the tap. Rebound. Oh, Montrez! The tap over his head to be the way the game ends. 99-94. The Atlanta Hawks.
Wala pala yung score.
Now, history. And they move on to Phoenix to play tomorrow night. Fine. We'll have it for you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here on Spectrum Sportsnet against driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Starts right now. Enjoy your Saturday night.
Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your
Valley coming in a little later. Mike Trudell and Mike Bresnahan will be working the post-game show. The Lakers win streak. James, right ankle injury, and it happened early in that second quarter. He did not.
I'm like, oh, he's the king. He's coming back. Because he re-entered the game and he knocked down a three, but unfortunately, he had to leave the game after that. He's just one of those guys that you depend on so much with his durability.
And LeBron James in pain, and we saw kind of where he rolled it. It's always hard for you to look at those, I know. And then right there, you see him kind of frustrated, like we've all been before, and kind of hitting that chair.
That makes to run and to have these, the injuries, the more minutes he plays, the more we depend on him. Murphy's Law at some point is going to give you a nagging injury or something. Unfortunately, they still playing hard, but it's a big part missing. And so it takes a minute to figure out how to play without LeBron and AD. And then Atlanta took advantage of that.
And AD, listen, Rob, learning to play without one superstar is hard enough. The Lakers kind of really started to find their rhythm with AD missing all these games. But when you lose a LeBron on the fly, it's almost impossible. And that's when Atlanta was able to separate.
One of those things I like to say that certain players make other people around them better. And this is one of those moments when you got a guy like LeBron who causes so much attention and from an seed to a 1 seed, and we know that, but the other guys need to step up. And it's sometimes when you have a guy who dominates the ball like LeBron so much, when he does go out, it's one of those moments where everybody like, who's up next? And that's what all the time. If it happens again.
Yeah, we see this injury again right here, rolled up on by Hill. He was able to come in to the game right after they took a timeout, and he did hit a three in the corner, but he did not down the court and immediately comes out.
Sometimes when you have a little twist like that, you want to just see, not defensively, but just if you can run, if you can jog, and he did that. Also,
And shout out Arnold Vargas, Lakers.
it takes you a minute too, not only to learn how to play without them, but you're thinking about that injury. You're like,
how bad is it?
So it's a distraction. In that third quarter, it hit them from both sides. They couldn't move. It just looked.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Salve. Ciao. PlayStation. Sì, Roblox. Minecraft. Niente. Un attimo. Quanto c'è il computer? Lunedì o martedì? Lunedì o martedì. Mancano 4 giorni. Davvero? Più la stampante. Giuri? Giuri? Sì. Social media. Io non ti ho chiamato. Io non ti ho chiamato. No? Io ti ho chiamato venerdì. Sì. Io non ti ho chiamato oggi. sa kakontrolan.